Hello, good afternoon, welcome to the TV. My name is Cheta, and with me in the studio. Sincerely, this is a person when they said something in the Bible and it was, this is the soul, I mean the sandal of someone I am unwilling to untie. This is a person whose title I am unable to read out, I mean to call out. So I'll give her the plea. Hey! Jesus, leave village. Oh, I said the privilege. I'll give her the privilege to actually introduce herself. Please meet my beautiful. You can go.
Hello everyone, my name is Abigail Ogbodo. I don't know what she's talking about, the whole big title.
Wow.
Actually, I'm a registered nurse, a registered midwife, a registered public health nurse, and a bachelor's degree holder in nursing science. Graduated from Anambra State University, Navy campus.
Yeah. Why do I feel like you just set me up now?
I didn't set you up.
There is PRM,
RN, RPHN, and BNSC.
So why do you make me feel like a liar?
I called it out to you, fool.
All right, it is nice to have you, Abigail. So you're going to take us on a soul travel.
Okay.
Let's go on a personal travel mission with you. What's growing up like?
Okay. I grew up in a Christian home. Family of 4 children, and I happen to be the Ada. The first daughter of 5 girls. So yeah, growing up was interesting. Lived with my parents. It was calm.
Okay.
It was sweet. There was no. I grew up in a very loving home. A home where the only noise you would hear is where we are laughing. We laugh a whole lot in my house.
Okay.
There is no slamming of doors, no shouting, except for when you do something wrong and then it's time to use the rod on you. But then, yeah, that was what growing up was like. And then my parents were people who were they were very education conscious. Like, everybody must go to school. Like, yeah, that was just it. Church oriented, like Christians to the core. There are things you do not do. There are things. So it was just school, church, home. So, yeah.
So it was school, church, home. When they got to the point of the secondary education, were you still feeling the school, church? Because most people say when a child gets to primary, you can control them. Secondary, I think the control level at that point becomes, you say child who goes to school in primary school, now she's in secondary, don't want to tie that scarf. She don't want to wear that gown. Those things mommy buys for you then. No, you don't like those ones. So
okay, secondary school. I did part of my secondary school as a day student.
Okay.
From just 1 to 3, I was a day student. I was at home. Then SS1 to 3, they took me to a boarding house. Now, I wouldn't say the control level reduced because even after secondary school, my parents still had very big control over me. There are things I wasn't able to do because of my background. There are things I was not able to do because of my background. You get, not because my parents were with me, but it was just there. It was just there. The control was still there. Even till now. So I still do some things because I'm grown up, but there are still things that they still have very big control over.
So things like that. Okay, let's move a little. When you got to your SS3 in choosing your career path, were they also there to guide you? What was choosing a career path for like?
Choosing a career path, my dad. It was my dad. If you leave me, I did not want to go to school. I didn't even want to have anything to do with academic.
I'm not. I'm serious.
So it was my dad. Choosing a career path was my dad. He wanted me to be a medical doctor. But because I didn't even want to have anything to do with school, the first JAMB I wrote, I applied for microbiology.
Okay.
You get.
That's
He didn't even know about it when he saw my jam score. And he was like, when he saw my jam slip, you know, it's like microbiology. I'm like, let me just get into school. I didn't get it that year. That was UNN. I applied for UNN. The next year, I didn't even write jam.
Why?
I just told you I never wanted to go to school.
So it wasn't a thing for you?
It wasn't a thing. Then I was a bright student from primary, secondary, even till when I wrote my WAEC and JAMB. I wrote my WAEC in one sitting. You get? I was a bright student, but I just didn't have that love. That I felt.
No, like this is trying, like this thing sounds somehow now, because I know in school, secondary school, SS2, SS3, lots of people are visualizing.
I want to be a doctor.
Yeah, like how to get into school.
I didn't.
What to do when they get to school.
I did not.
That part was not.
It was not just there. It was not just there. You going to school. I just wanted to leave home. You understand? Let it be that I left home. You get. So it was when I think the next year, as I said, the next year after secondary school, I didn't write JAMB. That was the year my dad now bought a school of nursing form for me. Okay. I was like, okay. And so when he did that, I think my mind started shifting. Then that year I was at home, I was working. You get, I was doing some little work. You get to
what kind of job?
I worked with sales girls work. You get, work with people in their shop and that. So I was getting money. You get, so when he now bought the school of nursing form, I felt okay. Then my mind started drifting towards school. Back, like I started drifting towards going back to school. I started seeing myself as okay, I want to now be a nurse, but it was not fully there. But because I didn't want to disappoint my dad, that he has bought the school of nursing form and I failed, because I wasn't used to failing exams. I don't think I have ever failed an exam at that stage, that point. I hadn't had any story of failing. So
you cannot relate when you get to failing. You cannot relate.
So I saw myself reading and preparing for that school of nursing. And I got the admission, but then there was no money. I couldn't go on with school of nursing. I said, okay, why not write JAMB again? But before then, I started to, because I want to leave home, I started to go for pre-science. And Unizik was doing pre-science program, so I came for pre-science.
Let me cut you a little. Okay. You've mentioned, I want to leave home, what exactly is chasing you out from the house?
What was chasing me out from the house was a whole lot. So many things. Mm-hmm. Not because there was no love or... But because...
The because is what I actually want. Oh.
I wanted to see the love. See, they say, the love, it's always sweeter from afar.
Okay.
Yes, so yes. I wanted to experience life. I wanted to go out. I wanted to, not like there was anything chasing me. Maybe I wasn't well taken care of, but just wanted to experience life outside home.
Okay, so when you got into school, finally you got admission into school.
Yes.
That's when you got into NAYUT?
Yes. I did pre-science. Pre-science program was, I think, for 6 months. Okay. Wrote JAMB. And that was the first time I was applying for nursing. And I got it.
Congratulations. We know it has passed, but congratulations.
Thank you.
So finally, someone who doesn't want to go to school.
Finally.
Who doesn't like school. Yes. Who never
not like I didn't like school,
okay,
but I didn't like the whole idea of the university stuff.
Okay. And now you're in school. So when you got to school, did anything change about how you felt outside and how you felt inside?
Yes.
What changed?
What changed was I came to school and then I saw that these are things, people are doing this. Yes. Something that people are doing. So I can do it. Yes. But because I didn't have this initial love for it, at any slightest discomfort, I was quick to complain, quick to want to give up, even giving up. I could remember, I think in my year 1, I called my dad and told him that, I'm tired, dude. He told me, come back home. If you don't know what to do again, Batawa, come back home, let all of us sit down at home. So you get, it was when he said that, I was like, it's true. If you don't do it, the next thing is to go back home. So I had to.
Either you go hard.
Or you go home.
So when you got to school, did you do anything extra that actually made you see school more interesting? Away from school, were there extra activities you got involved
writing.
In?
I think that was 2020 during the lockdown. I was like, cannot be idle. So I started attending classes, master classes. I am good in writing. It's something I have passion for. You get, it's something I have passion for. So I had to go for classes to brush up and became a writer. Then 2021 I wrote my first book. So yeah, that is, so those activities helped me stay. When I get discouraged, when I feel that, oh,
It's
I don't want,
fine.
I have something to push me, and then I built on my social life, made friends, and
You know, in people see nurses as people that are very strict. Were there things like politics in school? Did you get involved? Did you do any of them?
yes, I did. Yes, I
So
did.
let's
I did.
have
I
it.
did.
Let's have it.
I did politics in school. I did politics. I think for my 300 level, I contested for the position of PRO. I had an opponent and I won. So I was the PRO for my department. Then I think in 400 level, I contested to be the vice president. Well, I didn't win. So
Okay.
yes. So politics was there. I did politics in school.
So did you have a slogan? You know, when people go out for these things, my school, you hear them shout, "Greatest go go." They will say go go. It's the greatest bag bag.
Yeah.
As much as
You know,
I did not get myself
the
involved.
politics I
So
did was for my department. So
okay,
it was not like the whole,
school.
not like the whole school, and then it's not like a whole politics stuff like that. You know, nursing department is mostly women. Yeah, so as long as we have like nursing ginger, you know, like, hey.
No. Just say the thing. Maybe I will give you a response. Let's do call
When I say nursing ginger, nurses ginger, nonsa, no, not nursing, nonsa ginger, you say ginger.
Okay. So let's have it. I'm ready.
Nonsa ginger.
Ginger. So I was supposed to say one. So by then you say.
So that is it. That is it.
So after the ginger.
You go ahead to say what you have to offer.
Okay. So what were the action plans? Were there things you were able to work on?
Yes. Why I contested for the position of the PRO was because nursing as a department, I felt we were not being heard in the school. Like, they feel people see nurses, like students see nurses in quote, like bunch of women who just come to school to read and write exams, because you have a whole lot of exams to write. You write your pre-council, you write your council, midwifery, public health. There's exams, like we are always like writing exams, so they don't see us as people who are social. They don't see us as people who are interested in anything happening in school. You see an event that want to take place in school, and nursing students are not being carried along. You get, so that was the reason, one of the reasons why I contested for that position, because I wanted them to know that we are in school, we are involved, we also do other things aside from just studying and writing exams and getting married. Yes, they see nurses as every semester we are going for wedding. We have one wedding or the other, because 200 level.
Lots of women together. You
Yes.
actually know you should be looking out for these things. So was there anything you did differently holding that position? Were you able to make a change? Were there impacts you made? What were you able to do with the position?
One of the very significant thing, I think, the tenure I worked with, the president, the vice president, and every other ESCO, one of the very significant thing we did was that we started up this non-care body also. Yeah, this association, the non-care, is to help students, nursing students who are not financially stable, or who are not, like, I won't call it less privileged, but like people who, no, all fingers are not equal.
Yeah.
You get, so there are students who are well to do, there are students who have like excess, and
much.
there are those who do not have. So now, the beginning of every month, we have 3 semesters in a month. The beginning of every month, we call out for free donations, food stuff, money, anything you want to give,
That's
you
nice.
bring it. Now, during that tenure, when I was the PRO, these things were kept in my custody. You get, I keep on with the announcements, sharing of the flyer, telling, because we had contributions from even people that were not nursing students. You
Wow.
get, people that were not even in the department, because it was well publicized.
Much like your welfare, and people really
Yes.
want to get involved.
Yes. Now, after that, towards the end of the month, those who want, like, you send in your names if you want to partake, if you want to benefit from the non-care, and then the foodstuffs is being shared. If it is money money, people contributed money, the money is used to either buy foodstuff or give to those students cash. So yes.
So actually, these things helps to curb students who are as in some financial needs or material needs.
Yes.
When we're talking about students and needs, the nursing sciences, most of them they're females, a bit.
Yes.
And then you see people who say maybe because of they got into school, things became tough, they couldn't pull through. The result to any way to make money, any way to make things work, any way to stay alive. See people who get into hookups and you hear people be like, nurses, share them, those ones that are very promiscuous. That one, it is not going to come up from you. Like, it's not me saying it, but I'm sure you would have heard people say these things. So in that case, like when a lady who is in school doesn't have a means, maybe like a family means, nobody from the family is sending you money, what idea is best? Is it resolving to hook up? Is it going
To answer your question, going into hookup and prostitution is never an option. It's never the solution to it. You get? Now, yes, there are challenges because nursing is a very demanding department. You would pay and pay and pay, and we are always paying for something. You would pay to the point that the department even borrows money from us. They will tell you, we need to do this thing, and there is no money. You can laugh. There is no money. Federal government did not give us money. Every student should pay it. I'm not saying this. We do it. They'll tell you every student is to pay 10,000 naira. We will refund you once we get money from the government.
Do they refund?
Yes, most times they do.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
But they may not refund you all the money. Sometimes you get a case of them refunding 8,000 and 9,000. They borrowed 10. So in nothing you pay, it's capital intense. It needs money. But then going into prostitution and hookup is not the best. There are other things to do as a student. I am a student. I was a student. I'm no longer a student. There are things I did.
Yeah.
I started writing.
Okay.
Yes, I started writing, and it fetched me money. At that point, like the money it fetched me could go a long way. Yet I was writing assignments for students. You get, there are things to do. That students, like in Okofia now, most of the small businesses we have in Okofia are owned and run by students. The shawarma spots, almost all the shawarma spots are owned and run by students. Those that delivery people, those that go on errands, there are students who go like run errands. If you need things from the market, you send the list to them, you pay, and then they have a charge for their service. You get? Now, these people earn. The people who make hair, students I have a classmate of mine who has a salon in Okofia. She's a nursing student. We go to class and she has a salon.
Some people will say, it's because some of you saying all these things where you don't understand. It's because you have somebody. Even if I want to start making shawarma, is it no money I'm going to use for the shawarma? Even if I want to start having the delivery by, is it no money I will use? It's because you have not seen. If you see all these things,
so you now get the money from prostituting.
No, in some people's defense, actually, like that's what you hear. You never see something. If you see something, were there challenges? Were there time like it felt like, man, as it be like this, you don't be.
Yes, I had very tough challenges.
Did you do hookup?
No, I did not. No, I did not.
We see these things every day in school. We see these things with people who are in school, and in their defense, if something never do you, not just talk because something never do you. I had hard times too,
Like as I would say, I wouldn't blame or I wouldn't speak because I do not know the level or the strength of the challenge the person passed through to resort to that. Well, the challenge I passed through did not push me to doing that.
But do you think that there is a level that someone will be in that the hookup thing can be justified? No, it's not anything. Like, just do you think?
Okay, like there is the weight of the.
There's a weight of this thing that will now make me
Nah,
resolve to it.
No.
Because you just mentioned someone who goes to the market to shop for others.
Yes.
And they get paid. That one, you don't even need any extra, you don't need capital for something like that.
Something, yeah. See, the thing is, most people who resort to this thing is maybe not wanting to think out of the box, or not wanting to maybe pride of how would I start going to market for people, or how would I resort to making shawarma, or how would I resort to making hair, or maybe you feel the profits coming from these things are small, you want the money in bulk, and
you're broke and proud.
Yes, you want it in bulk, you want it to come in thousands. You want it. There are students who are very busy, they don't have time. They want people to write exams for them. They want people to even sign, to write assignments for them. They want people to even sign attendance for them. They want people to help them do things in school, help them. You can
even to wash clothes.
Yes.
I know some people get to wash.
There are students who, like, you can photocopy handouts and sell tutorial. There are things to do. So I wouldn't say there is a level. I don't know how strong the challenge is, but the challenge I passed through did not push me to doing it.
Okay, these pass through school pass through you. it's what, like, you hear somebody say, hey, you went to school, this one went to school, school passed through them. They did not pass through school. So did you pass through school? Have you school passed through you?
Okay,
Which of them did you?
I passed through school and school passed through me.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, I did that. I passed through school. School passed through me. I passed through school, like the academics part. I went through the whole struggle, the whole academic struggle, the pain, the tears, the everything that has to do with academic. It's not easy.
Did you have carryover?
Yes.
When you had carryover for the first time, how did you feel?
Hey, I cried. Hey, I wept. Isn't that place in the Bible where they say, and Jesus wept? They're supposed to put my name there. And Abigail wept. Hey, yeah. Because I wasn't used to failing. Hey.
But who is used to failing?
No. See, I'm not saying anybody is used to failing.
Okay.
I wasn't used to writing an exam and not passing. Like, see, it hit me. I did not expect it.
To be like, Abigail, are you with this?
Hey, the cry I cried there. It is well. It is well.
But did he actually, was there any difference? Did he discourage you?
Okay, I think what that situation did to me was it built me. It built me. That was when I discovered, that was when I learned that you cannot do anything on your own. You cannot be an island. Especially academics, you need people. You need your colleagues, you need your classmates, you need your classmates. You cannot be an island, you need people. Because if I know what I know now, then I wouldn't have had that issue. You get? But because then I was just I felt just go to school, come back, read, go to church.
Triangle.
Yes, I wasn't social. There are some information you would not get if you do not socialize with your classmates and classmates and people around, even people from other departments. Ask questions. You need to talk. You need to say where it's paining you. Let them know how to help you. Socialize. Ask questions. Source for materials. Interact. Hold reasonable conversations with people. Sustain relationships. Everything is not about book. There are some things you cannot get from reading books.
Okay, let's drift a little.
Okay.
You see, you did nursing.
Yes.
I personally have had few encounters with some nurses that sincerely they broke my heart. Like, it hurts me deeply anytime I talk about it. 2 bad experiences. One, I was very sick, I was in Lagos. The way this nurse used her whatever strange or whatever they call it, like, to dance around my vein. What is the issue, student doctor? Like, you know, before you got in, you were saying something about the courses people do, and then you mentioned ethics as one of the courses people do. That aside, that one is a man matter. For patients who get fever, we get malaria, I'm not aware. That's the side. And then, is it the mouth? responding to patients. You're not smiling like this.
See, the thing is, firstly, I would want to apologize to you on behalf of the nursing body. We are so sorry you encountered someone who hurt you so deeply, but truth be told, you wouldn't use your experience. You use just that experience, just that two experience to just. I know it's not one, it's two, but you wouldn't use that two to just. Okay. I'm not like that, and many other nurses are not like that. The thing is, some of this thing, we are very kind people. Nurses are caring.
Please don't say this thing
outside. See, I know everybody that when you hear she said us, they are wicked. They are this one. Have you met a love? Have I treated you? You are saying nurses are. Did you come to me and you had that experience? No.
Have you met Nurse Abigail?
You have not. If you meet me, you will not have that kind of experience. They are very nice and kind nurses out there. Yeah. You get. And I know me, even when I was a student, as a student nurse, I had experience. I had matrons who shouted at me, who yelled at me in front of patients, who would not even come down to teach you, who would, yes, they are some of, I'm not saying they don't exist. They do exist. But now this new generation of nurses, we are raising very kind, meek, loving people. And the narrative is changing.
Wow. Okay.
It's changing.
We are looking forward to meeting meek, loving, kind nurses.
We do exist.
Oh, I know you exist. So far you enjoy socialization from your conversation. How are you able to navigate social times and school time?
I was able to handle the two together, social life and school life. Firstly, I would say time management.
Okay.
Time management and just know your onions. That was the problem I had when I got into school newly. You get, I wasn't balanced. You get. Now, if you do not balance yourself, you would break down easily. You need to balance. Now, balance means being able to know when to stop, being able to know when to push, being able to know when to just give up and relax. You get?
Knowing when to give up.
Yes.
And relax.
And relax. Just relax, and then you've given up or you have relaxed and you calm down, you strategize, like come up with a new plan and then strike again. You get. So that was how I was able to, because I said something about you cannot be an island. I asked questions. I started associating with those in higher levels. Like, let me say, when I was in 300, because I made that mistake in 100 level and 200. Then in 300, I had a colleague. She was in 400 then. So I would ask questions like, okay, we are offering these courses and you have done it before. How was it like? How is the lecturer like? How is the nature of the exam? Now this person gives you a heads up. Okay, this lecturer, if you like, attend the class or you don't attend the class. If you read the material, you will pass. Now this lecturer, if you like, read all the material. If you do not attend the class, you would fail. Now you now know, okay, you now know where to channel your energy. You know that this lecturer now, no matter how I read, if I don't attend the class, I will fail. Do not miss the class. Once you don't miss the class, you attend the class. You already know you are going to pass the exam. Yeah. Now the ones that, even if you attend or you don't attend, if you read the material, make sure you read the material. That's where you know where to channel your energy. You already know that this lecturer is setting objective. This is where the lecturer is setting from. It saves you time. It saves you energy. And then you have enough time to go on with your social life. And then this social life is very important to balance your... If you don't do social life, I don't know how people cope with that social life in Okofia or in school. It's needed. Some people's social life is church. Every church activity, they are there. Some people's social life is clubbing. Some people's social life is just travel. Not when you travel when school is on, but like once it's break time, they go back to their loved ones and family. They go to the beach, go to whatever you know. Yes, whatever you know that would keep you mentally sound and stable. Please do it.
So while you were in school, you made sure timeliness was the thing. Knowing when to come up and when to go off is the thing. Once you are able to determine the time for everything you want to do, it makes you, it makes it easy for you to navigate.
And then, as a student, starts on time. The semester is just starting. Usually, in school setting, once the semester is just starting, that is where you see parties and events, because a few students attend those events if you can, but then start on time. ask your senior colleagues, get materials, gather them, even if you are not reading them. There is this thing it gives you, there is this preparedness, like just gather the materials. You already know this material is for this course, this one is for this course. Get it, get the information you need. Just be preparing your mind. Not when it's 1 week to exam, timetable is out, you start running helter skelter, looking for material, looking for. If you start on time, even if you're not reading, you go for classes, you hear the one the lecturer is saying, you have your material, you have your notes. When you want to start, it is not as new and as fresh as someone who was not attending class, doesn't have material, and so yes.
Okay, so I'm actually very, very happy you made it to the studio today.
Thank you so much.
Away from that, I would actually want to say maybe because Nurse Abigail is telling me or is giving me an assurance that these new generation nurses will not be okay. These new generation nurses won't be as bad as the ones I've experienced. I would want to say, new generation nurses, please, I beg you. Don't be like the ones I've met before. Please be.
But even in those ones, they're still nice people.
Yeah, they're still nice people. We hope, and I also hope to meet nice ones.
Nicer ones.
So, thank you very much for coming, Nurse Abigail.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for making me laugh. Thanks for teaching me new strategies on social life and learning my time planning. I think that's the thing. And knowing that you can't be broke and proud at the same time. So this is where we'll call it a wrap today. Stay with us. Keep watching Anambra TV. Like, share, comment. Remember, in all you do, take time seriously. You can't be rich without time management. So this is where we'll call it a wrap. It is a bye from me and from.
Bye.